Happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday. It's Saturday again. Saturday.
Again.
Saturday. There's a song there. A lot of songs about Saturday, I guess, but
That's right.
hello, Andrew. Hello, Bridget. Hello, everyone. Usually wait a few minutes because, does everything sound okay?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Producer Jesse is here, of course, and this is something we do on Saturdays. We have been doing it on Saturdays for quite a while. And today we're talking about coming of age films. Hello, Mike D's collection. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. It takes us a while to get going, but we have a big stack of movies to talk about.
Yes, we do.
I was going to read, Corey is here also from Wilkie's Movies and Music. Hello. We are talking about coming of age films. I was talking to Modesty Blaze is here.
Oh,
Hello, Modesty Blaze. Coming of age films. I use Gemini regularly for artificial intelligence. I need some extra intelligence, I think. So I use an artificial intelligence.
That's right.
But I was reading the definition. I said to Gemini today, I said, what's a simple definition for a coming of age film? And a coming of age film is a story, with Gemini, usually with Gemini, any of these AI tools, you have to tell it to give me a simple definition. Otherwise you can get a very verbose definition of something, right?
Yeah.
A coming of age film is a story about a young person, usually a teenager, going through experiences that help them grow up and understand the world around them. It's also about leaving childhood behind and entering adulthood. And I think there's some films we have today that are not exactly like that, but I feel like they are coming of age films. So that's the definition of technically. Hello, Triple J, also from New Jersey. Wow, it's getting hot here.
Yeah. Got a heat wave on the
way. There's a heat wave coming next week. By the way, Jesse and I are doing these weekly vlogs, which we're having a lot of fun. I don't know if you've seen any of the vlogs on the channel, but we're really having fun with those. And we've got another one coming up on Monday, and just another fun week. And I don't know if anybody does anyone play Wordle or Connections or the Times mini puzzle online? Anyway, there was a movie related Connections.
Yeah.
That we played, and we had a lot of fun with that. And we thought we'd have to edit it, but it's fully live on there on the blog. So
yes, you'll get to see us play the puzzle in real time.
You can see us play the puzzle in real time on the vlog, which will be out on Mondays. We're doing these vlogs Monday through Friday, and then we do the live stream on Saturday, and then we have a vlog that comes out on Monday. I wanted to talk about a couple things before we get into coming of age movies. I watched this movie this week, A Place in the Sun. This one. This is the Paramount Presents. Holland Oates is here. Hello, Holland Oates. Hello. Modesty Blaze said, we love the vlogs. Thank you so much. And by the way, my husband and I are debating whether Dave is really tall and Jesse's really short.
Yes.
The answer is yes to that. Yes.
Both. Dave is very tall and Jesse is very short.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
You can tell because we're walking a lot of times. So, sometimes I have to hold the camera in a different spot, and then sometimes you're holding the camera.
Last
right?
week's vlog, I was standing next to you and you couldn't see me in the footage.
Yeah, that's right. we had to cut that part.
Yeah.
But we love walking. So yeah, you're both right, Modesty Blaze. You're both right. Good job there. That's great. Wayne is here. Hello, Wayne. Wayne, no worries, Wayne. I'm glad you're here today. We're talking about coming of age films, which we'll get into in a minute. And let us know if you're doing if you're going on any cruises. We haven't really been on vacation. We haven't been on vacation for a long time, I don't think, but
it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
It's been what,
5 or 6 years since we've been on vacation. But anyway, I was watching this movie, A Place in the Sun, the George Stevens movie. Of course, I've been into Mike Nichols films lately, and this movie is brilliant. And Mike Nichols talks about this movie as a movie that he's seen over 100 times. Of course, Mike Nichols is not with us anymore, but he's with us in his films,
That's right.
in these interviews. I've been watching interviews on YouTube with Mike Nichols, and but A Place in the Sun, what a brilliant movie with Montgomery Clift and Elizabeth Taylor, Shelley Winters. This one has special feature on it too. This is the Paramount Presents one. I have the DVD. I have the DVD of this also, but here's the poster. They have this little mini poster on the inside for A Place in the Sun, and it's really great. Mike Nichols is saying too, at least he said in a couple of interviews, that A Place in the Sun, if you watch A Place in the Sun, you can really learn everything you need to know about filmmaking. And I really think that's true. You can really learn a lot about storytelling and cinematography, and the close-ups in this film are brilliant and just amazing. So if you don't have this one, highly recommend this one. It's really great to watch. I could watch this one over and over again.
Does that fall right out of the slip?
It does fall out of the slipcover. I'm not sure I'm so happy with these Paramount Presents. I think they could have done a better job. You know what? We pulled another one today too.
Yeah.
Here, let's see if we've got this one. I mean, let me know what you think about this. But this is a coming of age film. Hopefully, I'm not too close to the microphone there. But this movie is a coming of age movie, Ordinary People, which is another Paramount Presents thing. And it's got the poster. I'm trying not to drop the film. Okay, so it's nice. It has the poster and everything. That's nice. Modesty Blaze said it's not on disc where they are. But anyway, but then I have the DVD. I love this film. It is a coming of age film, directed by Robert Redford. So I have it on. I've seen this film a lot of times. It's very sad. But I still have the DVD, and then I upgraded it to the Paramount Presents one. But what do you think of these? Does anyone have these Paramount Presents, or what do you think of them? I mean, it's great they're out on Blu-ray. It's great that Paramount is supporting physical media. I support all that. I just think maybe they could have spent a little more time on them. I don't know.
I don't love.
It's nice to have the poster.
I don't love the cover art.
Yeah, the cover art, because look, it's kind of like the people is in the water there, and it's kind of squiggly. But Wayne said, "I'm excited to tell about a movie I picked up at Walmart in the $5 bin." I love those $5 bins, by the way. It's called Only the Brave. It's a coming of age movie. It's not a coming of age movie, but it's a great true story of courage and bravery. I haven't heard of that one. Modesty Blaze said Paramount are lazy and cheaping out. I think that's good. I didn't want to say that, but Modesty Blaze
said it for us.
And I'm glad because I didn't want to say that. Hello, Sculder. Hello. We're talking about coming of age films, by the way.
It looks like Only the Brave is from 2017, and it's about firefighters fighting a historic wildfire. So it seems kind of like maybe like Perfect Storm, but with wildfires.
Yeah.
It looks like maybe Josh Brolin's in it, and Jeff Bridges, and Jennifer Connelly.
I mean, I think Triple J has a great take on this too. I mean, I do appreciate that Paramount Plus has their first time Blu-rays, right? So I mean, it's great that they're supporting that. So I have mixed feelings about it because I feel like it's great to see a Blu-ray. I mean, it's great to see an upgrade of a film that was on DVD, that if you want to upgrade it. So that's a good thing. I'd rather just have the film. I don't really. Gordy's here. Hello, Gordy. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good that they're continuing to provide the film in the new format. That's great. I just think sometimes maybe they added things that they didn't really need to add. True.
I completely agree there, but I think that's a good take on that. Modesty Blaze said there's no comparison between Paramount Presents and Warner Archive. Totally agree there. Warner Archive, I mean, does a great job with their Blu-rays and extra features. There's not extra features on everything, but I think they do a great job. Wayne said the movie stars Josh Brolin, Jeff Bridges, and Jennifer Connelly. What a cast for that movie. I haven't seen that movie, but it sounds good.
It's on. What is it?
Is it on something?
It's on a streaming service. Oh, it's on Starz subscription. I don't even know where you would get that.
You know, with all these streaming services too, it's so hard to find things sometimes. I was watching another, what I would consider a coming of age film last night, and that would be Melanie Griffith in Working Girl, which is a Mike Nichols film, which I haven't seen in a long time, from 1988. And I really enjoyed that one. I thought that was really, and very often, or most often, you're reading a book while I'm watching a movie, usually.
Yeah.
Right. But you see part of the movies.
I've been kind of watching.
Yeah.
Like not last night, the night before when you were watching Heartburn, I watched that.
I've been watching more. Yeah, I've been watching more Mike Nichols movies, and so we watched Heartburn, which was also on a streaming service, right? Which is a very difficult film to get. You can't really get Working Girl either that I know of. But let me know in the chat also if you can find if there are other releases of Working Girl or Heartburn, I'm thinking about picking up a DVD set with Meryl Streep films that has Heartburn in there, because it also has The Hours and Bridges of Madison County, and there's another one that we have, Defending Your Life, which we already have.
Right, yeah.
You know. But Ghost World, that's a great one. That is kind of a coming of age movie, which has a Criterion release. It's so funny because I'm glad someone mentioned Ghost World, because we're watching The Walking Dead, and of course Thora Birch is in the season 9 of Walking
10.
Dead, or I'm sorry, 10 of
yeah.
Walking Dead, which I was so surprised to see. Right?
Yeah, she looks very different.
Well, if you've seen Walking Dead, right? Of course, she looks
outside of that.
Outside of the fact that she has a mask on. Yeah, Triple J, thank you so much for this too. This is what I was thinking. Working Girl is a Fox film, so Disney's never going to re-release it, which is really sad. I feel like, I remember seeing the film in the theater. I really enjoyed it, and I liked the rewatch last night. I thought it was really good. It's one of the Mike Nichols films too that I think has more of a happy ending. Some of them don't have happy endings, which Heartburn does not have a happy ending. I don't want to spoil it, but
I feel like Heartburn and Working Girl have similar endings. That there's hope. It's just Heartburn
gives you some heartburn.
There has to be some loss before there can be some hope, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas in Working Girl, she kind of is more of a success story.
You were saying Heartburn too. It kind of reminds you of Kramer versus Kramer too, a little bit, because Meryl Streep is in that kind of a role. I think Jack Nicholson is great in it. I think it's a great love story, but it's very very tragic. But again, I love it. And Carly Simon does the sound. We were listening to some Carly Simon this morning.
Yeah.
But it's very sad stuff.
Well, since we've been watching more Mike Nichols films, you've been talking about how in Mike Nichols films, a character just disappears for a long time. They're just not in the film anymore.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like Sigourney Weaver is in Working Girl, and she's in the beginning of the movie, and then she's in the end of the movie. I hope I'm not spoiling too many things here for anyone who hasn't seen Working Girl, but from 1988. But yeah, it's really weird. And that also happens in Carnal Knowledge, right? Candice Bergen is in the beginning of the movie, and then she's just not around anymore. But that happens, I guess. I mean, that's life, I think,
Well, I think it's also frustrating as physical media collectors that with these streaming services, like with Working Girl's on Hulu in the US, and it probably won't get a physical release. And there's a lot of Netflix things that don't get a physical release, or HBO Max things that are available on the streaming service, but then they haven't put them out for you to own.
Yeah, very true. And it's really hard to watch a movie like Heartburn on a streaming service because of the commercials. It really takes you out of the movie. It's a very serious. Yeah.
You can't. You can't upgrade Pluto to get rid of the ads.
Right. So, and that's the only place that you can see it. Now, we were lucky that Working Girl's on Hulu, but I forgot my chair squeaks a little bit.
Mine does too.
Modesty Blaze said, "Did you look into The Fortune?" I did look that movie up. I don't have the movie, but it looks really good. That's one I need to pick up, definitely. Wayne said, when we're talking about coming of age, are we talking about The Breakfast Club? Yes, of course. This happened last week too. As we were going through, as we pulled the stack of movies, everyone in the chat is so great because they come up with the movies. I just have the movie here already because they already came up with it, right? Oh, The Breakfast Club, yeah. Oh, speaking of this too, we're hoping that there's going to be a Criterion sale, hopefully next month with Barnes & Noble. And this one is great to pick up on the during the sale. Any of the films, are great to pick up during the sale too. But this is The Breakfast Club. What a great pick, Wayne. A really good one. In the classic coming of age story. This one has a lot of extra features on it. A documentary from 2008 featuring interviews with the cast and crew, 50 minutes of never before seen deleted and extended scenes. A lot of extras on this one. If you are interested in Criterion and the Criterion sale, I had this on Blu-ray too before, but I have obviously the Criterion release of it, and this is spine number 905.
Yeah, we have the anniversary edition.
We have the anniversary edition, but what a great film this is! I remember seeing this film in the theater. It's from 1985. 97 minutes, perfect length for a film, as we were talking about before.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of everyone in the movie, but I do like Ali Sheedy is one of my favorites. Wilkie's Movies and Music, also The Way Way Back is another great one that we pull that one too, The Way Way Back?
I think we did, but then I think we put it back because we weren't sure about like.
Yeah, The Way Way Back
we were
was
getting
definitely
caught up
one
on
of
the
those.
technicalities of coming of age films.
We were really researching coming of age films, and we want to make sure we got it right. So
I mean, I think it does. I think it does count. It's just a little more loose, maybe, because it's like over his summer vacation when he's 14.
oh, right, exactly, yeah. But
So
The Way Way Back, that's a good one though.
It is.
I mean, we were thinking about that one, and then we thought we have a lot of stuff. John Hughes is the king of 80s coming of age films. Definitely true. We have that whole John Hughes Blu-ray collection, which we didn't pull all of, but I think 16 Candles is in here. Isn't it 16 can? Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. We still have the DVD also well, we just have the DVD for this. We didn't upgrade to the Blu-ray for this one. This is the High School Reunion collection.
Oh, right, because this one's not in that 4-film.
It's not in the 4-pack of the Blu-rays, but there is a Blu-ray set with John Hughes films. But this is a great one too, coming of age movie. The Way Way Back, yes, what a great film! I totally agree. That's a great one. Triple J said Criterion announcements for September coming up on Monday, but looks like Repo Man 4K. I have the Blu-ray for that, and The Long Good Friday Blu-ray and 4K coming from being out of print are coming out. That's great. I just heard that Breaking the Waves, I think, went out of print. That's another one I didn't pick up for whatever reason, and it's just out of print now. So,
but sometimes you can still get them, right?
I mean, you can, but it's expensive, Hollow Note said it's like Family Feud. Show me what's eating Gilbert Grape. Is that
It's a coming of
what
age.
a coming of age
We
film
don't
too?
have
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we don't have that one. The Way Way Back. That is a great film.
It is
I love
very
that one.
good.
Oh, this is one we talked about last week when I was talking about Mike Nichols and his classic coming of age film, The Graduates. The Graduates. Mike Nichols, of course, from 1967. A lot of extra features on this one. I just wanted to see if there's anything. It's nice when this was approved by director Mike Nichols. There's an audio commentary with Mike Nichols, which is great. I could listen to Mike Nichols talk, as you've seen already.
Yeah.
I watch interviews with him for hours.
Yeah.
A couple hours anyway.
Well, it's nice because sometimes you get interested in someone and there's not a lot of extra content. Like you can watch what they've created, but you don't have interviews, you don't have like behind the scenes kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think this is on YouTube too, but there's an interview with Nichols by Barbara Walters from a 1966 episode of the Today Show. And then there's the Dick Cavett Show, which I love.
The Today Show's doing well making YouTube content recently.
Are they?
Well, yeah, we've been watching a lot of it, like that REM.
Oh yeah, the REM stuff.
And they've been talking about like authors and things like that. And they put it all on YouTube instead of like, oh, you didn't see it yesterday? Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody saw that REM got back together for one song. There was a songwriter award ceremony in New York, I think. And so REM got back together, which I was excited to see if anyone's a fan of REM. Because they haven't played together for a long time. And I think the drummer had a like a brain aneurysm or something on stage a while back, and he had to leave the band, and it was a big thing.
Yeah.
I don't talk too much about music on the channel, but I love music. Wayne said another one I got is the DVD of The Outsiders, which is the movie starring Matt Dillon. It's the Francis Ford Coppola movie. That's a great one too.
I'm thinking of redo that.
Oh, we were thinking about Triple J said I watched Summer of 42 a couple of years ago and loved it as a coming of age film. Need to pick up the Warner Archive soon. I don't think I have that one, but that's definitely one that needs to be on my list. I love Warner Archive. Oh, we just put out the Warner Archive. The last video we did is my full Warner Archive collection, which is in. I'm always picking up new titles whenever I can from Warner Archive. There's always sales also on Amazon usually. I don't know if you pick them up off of any other sites. They used to have their own site, but now it's just on Amazon.
Yeah.
I need to get Summer of 42. Definitely. That one needs to go on my list for sure. So The Graduate we have. Let's see. How about this one? Rebel Without a Cause. James Dean. Wish there were more films with James Dean, but Modesty Blaze is always coming up with the great picks, which I already have.
Modesty came up with the topic, right?
Yeah, Modesty came up with the topic, but here's Fast Times at Ridgemont High also, which is great. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
There's a lot of criterions this week.
There is well, I mean, hopefully with the sale coming up too, it'll be nice. If most of these, all of them will be 50% off, hopefully at Barnes & Noble. And it's a longer sale usually, right? It's a month long. Yeah. So you have time to pick up something good, but this is really good too. This is my only copy of this movie. I know there's been others, but this has an audio commentary with Amy Heckerling and Cameron Crowe. So lots of extras on this one. This is spy number 1075. 1075. And again, from 1982. Probably one of the first movies that I saw maybe on television, I think, is Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I don't think I went to the theater for this one. But let's see. East of Eden. Yes. Very good. American Graffiti. Didn't I pull American Graffiti today? Yeah, I thought I did, right?
Copies, I think. Yeah, it's over there.
We have 2 copies. You know the thing about this one. This comes off because I was opening this today. This is one of the movies I bought twice. What movie have you bought twice in the chat? Let us know. I have sort of my own inventory in my head of the movies that I have, and I've only made a couple of mistakes. And one of them was this movie, it's a great movie. I'm glad I bought it a couple times, but it's American Graffiti, the special edition for this one. And it's got the making of on this. This is a Blu-ray. This is in the stack. I'm glad everyone can guess what's in the stack now.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was a card. I thought that was the cover.
Yeah, the other thing is I thought this was the cover of the movie. I think I originally picked this up because it had this great retro cover, but it's just a card that goes over when you pull the shrink wrap off, it's just a card that goes over this. But it would have been great to have. I don't think this is going to fit in here either.
I was thinking that.
Because maybe it could, sometimes you get like the alternate covers, but it doesn't look like it's going to fit. So
in the case, yeah.
But it's nice. I mean, it's nice to have it. It's just, what am I going to do with it? This has to be in my shelf now at some point. But it's almost like a J card, right? So
yeah.
But anyway, it's nice. And American Graffiti, that's a great pick. Summer of 42 needs to go on my list right away, I think. But
I feel like
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
You've been recommended that a few times.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So Rebel Without a Cause and also East of Eden are great films. And a lot of these would be great for Criterion too. Rebel Without a Cause. I don't know if that's even possible, but
sorry to interrupt.
What happened? Does it work?
That it's a record. It looks like a record.
Oh, does it? Let's take a look. Yeah.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, it does look like a record on the inside, which is nice. Modesty Blaze, what was the controversy? Was there controversy on going to 4K with American Graffiti? Oh, maybe because of the quality? I think I remember something with that. I didn't want to snap that too loudly there near the microphone, but maybe there was some issues with that. Sometimes when you go to 4K too, things... We'll check that out. I do need to get Summer of 42. That's immediately going on my list right after this. Oh yeah, DNR and smoothing. Yeah. So I guess I'll keep my Blu-ray then, if that was the issue. Mm-hmm. Triple J said, I went to look for Working Girl on Blu-ray. Prices are over $40 for used on eBay, right? And not available on Amazon. DVDs are a lot cheaper. There are some times too when you can get a nice, as I mentioned earlier too, you can get a nice if there's a collection. So I think I'm thinking about getting a Meryl Streep collection, which is just 4 movies with Meryl Streep, and it's less than $20, I think. And 3 of them I don't have. One of them being Heartburn. So I'll probably just get that on
It
DVD.
Looks like there's Working Girls on DVD at Walmart.
Oh, is there?
For $8. It says it's sold and shipped by Walmart.com.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, the DVD. Yeah, the DVD is definitely. Yeah, DVD
is
definitely cheap.
The Mill Creek version, but it is just a DVD. But it's affordable.
Wayne said I probably should get the American Graffiti on Blu-ray. I have it on DVD. It is always a conundrum whether to upgrade. If you already have the movie, it's really tough to do that. Sometimes I will put in the movie if the DVD is acceptable for me, it's fine. I'd rather have another movie. I'd rather have a movie that I haven't seen before or something that is not in the collection. But if it's a movie I watch over and over again, I probably would upgrade it. Let's see. These I think we talked about already, so that's good. And I was going to show the inside of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I think, a little bit. It's got this great little booklet on the inside. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Sean Penn has a great character in that. And listen to the cast list. Jennifer Jason Leigh, Phoebe Cates, Judge Reinhold, Forrest Whitaker, Anthony Edwards, Eric Stoltz, and Sean Penn as the iconic Jeff Spicoli.
Oh boy. I didn't know Anthony Edwards was in it.
Yeah. This was a great one. Let's see. I'll see if anyone else can guess what's in the stack. This is one that you probably will not guess that's in the stack. Yeah, Fast Times is a great one to pick up, especially during during the sale. Next week, I think we'll talk a little bit more about some Criterion recommendations too. Also, as we go today, since we're about halfway through, let us know what topics you would want to hear from next week or in the future. We're keeping a list of those too. I think Modesty Blaze was great to suggest this one today, but certainly anyone can suggest a topic, and we'll keep it in mind. And I think we have psychological thrillers, and we have
or do they just want Criterion recommendations as a topic?
We could do Criterion recommendations next week as well. We could do that. Dazed and Confused. Look, it's right on top of the stack. It must be some kind of synchronicity going on here. But Dazed and Confused, what another beautiful Criterion release with extra features. Richard Linklater, one of my favorite directors, who has a great new movie out, I think, on Netflix now called Hitman, I think, which I would like to see, but we don't have Netflix right now.
Yeah.
There's the back of that one. This one highly recommend. This is probably one of the first Blu-ray Criterions I picked up, I think. Pretty sure. And I haven't seen the movie in a while. So from 1993, and it's got this beautiful case. 336. It's an earlier Criterion also. You trying to pick the next one?
No, I just thought they're connected, sort of.
Dazed and Confused, yeah. So this is really good if you don't have this already, and it's beautifully done by the Criterion. So it's got this wonderful. It's like the David Lynch films too that are in these cases, right? I can't get this out, but anyway, that's fine. I didn't. Oh yeah. Thanks for that. Producer Jesse too, by the way. Look at that. Photographs and everything. It's really great. Anyway, there is a 4K. Is there a 4K then? I guess there is. Since next week is the start of summer, maybe summer-related films. Summer films. How about that?
Yeah, we just have to go back to make sure we don't double dip from the first live stream.
We were doing road pictures. Oh, because we talked about summer films
already.
already.
Live stream was summer films.
Summer films,
I'm sure
yeah.
There's more we can talk about.
Yeah, we can do summer films part 2. Maybe that's an idea, and some Criterion recommendations probably.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So maybe we'll do a part 2 on that, or if anyone has another topic we can talk about next week too, feel free to let us know, and we'll do it.
This little detail right here.
What is it? Just the star?
Like a star around the number.
The star on the number, yeah. Let's see. Get the little star near the spine number. Sculder said, watching Hitman right now, although it's not available on Netflix in my country. Let me know what you think about that movie. Everybody seems to like that.
I've heard good things.
Hall & Oates also picking one. Look at that from the stack. I'm glad everyone can pick from the stack that we have today.
Yeah.
because everything's falling off me. Let's see. Moonrise Kingdom. Here you go. Moonrise Kingdom. This is one of our favorite Wes Anderson films, I think.
Yeah.
One of the first ones we saw together, and I think we really enjoyed it. It's such a great film. And this also has this digipack, which is really nice too. Not the hard case cover either. It's got this, it's kind of like all the Lynch films. It's got these great photographs here on the inside. Not photographs, but like renderings, drawings of all the characters, which is nice.
I like the cover. We were just talking about.
Is this the? Oh,
points,
sorry, the cover. This
points
is
in the in the lake, right?
Oh yeah,
And
right, yeah.
there's one on the cover.
Yeah. Spy number 776. So for the Criterion sale, also highly recommend if you like coming of age films. This is a great one. Moonrise Kingdom. Everyone's guessing the stack that we pulled today too, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andre is here. Hello, Andre. Hello. The Last Run. What a great movie that is. I just recently saw that within the last year. What a great movie that is. The Criterion had a driving films or something. Didn't they have driving films? And I was watching that one.
Yeah.
That's a great one. It's also my favorite story too, where George C. Scott comes back out of retirement. He comes out of retirement to do one last thing, and it doesn't work out well for him. But anyway, that always happens.
It usually plays out.
Moonrise Kingdom is one of the favorites. This is not in the stack. You're right about that. Welcome to the Dollhouse by Todd Solondz. Jesse would love that one, so we need to add that one to the list too. I think I've seen that years ago. I saw that one. That sounds good.
Seen it, no.
We're talking about coming of age films today. A lot of great picks here. Everyone's picking what we had already pulled, but let's see if anyone thought of this one. This is one that is in the stack here. This one right here. The Apprenticeship of W. Kravitz. One of the films I saw, I think probably after Jaws. After I saw Jaws, I wanted to see everything with Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw, Roy Scheider when I was a kid. And now I have a lot of these films. But this is one that didn't have a physical media release for many, many years. And Vinegar Syndrome did it. Or actually the Fun City this is the Fun City edition from Vinegar Syndrome, FCE. And I've got a few of these. That's a great one with see. This is the cover on the poster too. I always remember the poster for it. And there are scenes from the film with Richard Dreyfuss. I remember this one, I think, being on television or something, because of course at the time, you know, when VHS was first coming out and everything, you'd have to just mark the TV guide. There was a TV guide at that point, right?
Yeah.
We were just watching that Seinfeld with the TV guide, right? Where Frank Costanza collects all the TV guides, right?
Yeah, he collects TV guide, and
That's the one with
Jerry gave Elaine the Costanza copy to read on the subway.
Yeah,
and it's missing, and it's a whole big deal.
It's the one with Al Roker on the cover, right?
Yeah.
And he drips, or no, she drips. They have to go out to get a sandwich or something, right? There's like, one stop where they have to go get a sandwich, but then sometimes you make it back, sometimes you don't. And then when she gets the sandwich, she drips it on the.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cherry Bombs Podcast. Hello. Cherry Bombs. We started watching Columbo at bedtime from your recommendation. Great low key way to end the day. Cozy Homicide. That's great. That's great.
That's great.
I love Columbo. You know, I haven't talked about Columbo in a long time, and I probably need to start watching it again. Kino Lorber's got there's another set with all the 24 movies, the TV movies, the later movies, which are really good too, which I need to pick up, which I don't have. Superbad also.
I thought about that one.
Superbad. I think we have that one.
Yeah, we do.
I don't have Love and Basketball, but it is on my wish list, and that is one of the ones we started to watch Love and Basketball.
We really liked it
on the Criterion Channel. We just didn't finish it for some reason because we were busy. But Love and Basketball, that's a good one. Cherry Bombs Podcast. Did you start at the beginning? And if so, do you have any favorite episodes yet, or how far along are you with it? I think that's one of the ones I wanted to start over again. As soon as I finished it, I wanted to rewatch it all.
Yeah.
Maybe the fall though. Maybe coming up in the fall, I'll go for the Cozy Homicides.
Well, it's tricky because you have like a 2 or 3 hour window at night when you typically watch movies, and so you have to decide: do you want to watch Columbo or do you want to watch
Mike Nichols movies or
yeah.
Kaurismäki? I took a little pause in the Kaurismäki filmography, but I'm going to get back to it, I think, this week.
Yeah.
Because I'm running out of Mike Nichols films to watch.
I think we should work on these.
Maybe, I don't know if anyone picked this one.
We'll put these, I think these go together, right?
Yeah, they go together. Should it be one or the other? Let's see. How about this one? Disney's Frozen as a coming of age movie. And also, as I was doing some research today too, really Frozen 2 is really the Frozen 2 is more the coming of age film because it's more of an origin story, I think, for Elsa, right?
That's what they said, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Olaf.
Yeah.
Olaf is one of my favorites. But anyway, Frozen 2, coming of age films. And of course, a film like The Lion King, right, would be a coming of age film, right?
Yeah.
So Valley Girl is another great one. Martha Coolidge film, an early Nicolas Cage film. I love Valley Girl. I love the Plimsolls. If you remember the Plimsolls in there, had a couple of songs. They go to a club, I think, and the Plimsolls are playing there. I love those songs.
This one has good music too, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, right. Here's another one I need to upgrade, but I don't know if anyone thought of this one. Reality Bites is a coming of age film. This of course we got a Big Lots for $3, but I need to upgrade that. There's a Blu-ray for this one. This one has a pop art cover with a slip cover, and it's got extra features on it. But at least I have the movie. Yeah, great soundtrack. There's a great soundtrack on this one too, right? I thought this one has I wanted to see. Anyway, this has a lot of great songs in it. It says deleted scenes, a retrospective. I don't know if anyone remembers too, but Ben Stiller used to have a program called The Ben Stiller Show too, where he would do skits and things like that. And I always remember watching that, which I think I still have too. The Lisa Loeb song Stay is from this movie.
Oh.
Lisa Loeb.
I was thinking of that other one we listened to a lot, but I don't remember what it's called.
I think that's
She's the One.
Singles. Yeah,
Singles?
The movie Singles.
Is it?
With Matt Dillon, I think, on that one too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't on this one, but I guess not. Oh, look at that comment.
Reality Bites. Oh yeah, the movie Singles. Look at that. Thank you, Wilkie's Movies and Music.
I think I looked at
Singles.
that one on the shelf too.
Yeah, I got that one too. I love that one. Another one that has a great soundtrack is the movie 200 Cigarettes, which is I don't think it's a coming of age movie, but it's like a New Year's Eve movie you could watch. Yeah, it's over in the holiday section. Cherry Bomb's podcast said started Columbo at the end, actually, with some of the TV movies. Guest stars like Billy Connolly. That's a great episode. William Shatner has a couple of great episodes. Rue McClanahan. Yeah, Rue McClanahan. I like the ones with Patrick McGowan, who directs a few of the episodes too. And of course, they were good friends. But it's
Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy's in one of them. Yeah, a lot of guest stars too. Which is, part of the fun because, you see some people from the 70s, guest stars from the 70s that are,
I would say that Columbo's maybe a show that, like, you could kind of pick whichever episode you want. Like, you could watch just, like, the guest star.
They're pretty self-contained, yeah.
Because it's, like, they're each, like, a 2-hour film, right?
Yeah.
And they're pretty self-contained. They don't really go, like, information from one episode doesn't really go into another. So you could kind of just shop around if you wanted to.
Yeah, I like the Billy Connolly episode. The Edge of 17. We've seen The Edge of 17, right?
Oh, yeah.
I thought we saw that one.
Pull that one.
I don't know. But we do have that one. Yeah, we do like that one. Yeah, that's a great one. Weird Science. Yeah, Weird Science. I don't have that, but I know there's been some re-releases on that one. Could be a coming of age type movie. Edge of 17. That's a great one. Let's see what else I have here. I'll do another Criterion. I'm surprised no one mentioned this one yet. Boyhood, which is, of course, I love Richard Linklater.
Yeah.
From 2014, it's by number 839 in the Criterion Collection. So this is another one that you could pick up in the Barnes and Noble sale if it happens. I always say if it happens because we don't know if it's going to happen. It's not like I don't have any inside information on Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the Barnes & Noble that's closer to us does not have Criterions really out in the open anymore.
They have Criterions, but you have to basically look them up and then go to the store and ask for
them. But that seems weird, though, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Put them on hold or something. Sorry, I have to fix this.
Oh. I mean, that seems weird to do that. I'm going to look up the title. I'm going to look up a title, and then I'm going to go to the front desk and say, do you have this in the back room? Is that the procedure?
I mean, no, I think you'd have to almost like buy it online and go pick it up at the
Hmm.
desk.
Buy it online. Oh, I see. Buy it online and go pick it. So you have to see if it's at the store and then just go and then just go there. I guess that's good. But I mean, the last time I was at Barnes and Noble, we did a video on this one. Last time I was at the local or the closer Barnes and Noble, they said you can come in the back room if you want and look at the titles. And I thought that seems a little weird.
Yeah, like it's like,
why would I do that?
Because typically when we see something on the shelf, like the Lynch Oz documentary they had, and it had a 30% off sticker on it. So we weren't planning on picking it up right then.
Yeah.
But we saw it on the shelf and it was on sale, so we picked it up. So you're not really going to shop through their inventory in the back, more as like you're going to impulse purchase if you see it on the shelf.
I just thought it was weird that why would I go to the back room and look at stuff? But I mean, anyway, I understand why they do it. I'm just, something I could show the inside of that too.
This movie's interesting because it's shot over the lifespan of the
actors. Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's got this beautiful booklet in here too. And I mean, what an interesting concept from, Richard Linklater to work with these actors over a period of a number of years, and so that's also very cool. The Holdovers. Oh, The Holdovers is that's a great pick too. Yeah. That's also a great pick. Skulder said, I'm watching films off the Letterboxd list. Also, in the description of each of my videos too, I'm on Letterboxd. So if you're not already following me, or if you're watching this on replay and you want to follow me, I follow everyone back. So because I love to see what people are watching. And
I'm also on Letterboxd, but mine is very boring.
You're on Letterboxd too? Maybe people should follow you. What's your handle on Letterboxd? I should.
It's I think it's Jesse and Books.
Jesse and Books.
And I'm following you, so
you're following me.
You'll be able to see me.
Yeah.
But I say it's boring because if they're following you, they're like in a sense following me, because mine is just a very small pared down version of yours.
Of what you're, yeah.
Because we typically watch movies together. So if I've seen it, I'll record it, and you record a lot more movies.
I record pretty much everything I'm watching. Unless I don't, finish a movie, or there are times when I would watch like 10 minutes of a film and not really be into it. But if I watch, if I know I'm going to watch most of the film, I pretty much record it. I don't really do a lot of reviews on there either. I give it a star rating. Growing up, I loved the film Gregory's Girl, which I remember seeing also. I remember seeing that. That's a great one. Andre said Falcon Lake. That's another one we have to look up. Falcon Lake. Okay. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, The Edge of 17 is really good. It's got Haley Steinfeld and Woody Harrelson. We didn't pick it, but I guess it's on Tubi right now.
Is that the
Edge of 17?
The Edge of 17. Okay. Yeah. Is that a song by Stevie Nicks? I don't know. I haven't seen.
It just reminds me of that song from Sound of Music.
What's that one? Am I going to be singing it now?
No, because you haven't seen the Sound of
Music.
I haven't seen. Yeah. Isn't it like, I don't know.
Films I haven't seen. That's another video I could probably do. Right?
Is it? Oh, on the Sound of Music, it's 16 going on 17.
Oh, 16. Okay, gotcha. Oh, 16 going on 17.
Won't be singing.
Yeah, don't sing it. Otherwise, I'll be singing it all day, right?
I don't even know if you know it, but.
I think I do know it. I'm singing it right now, right here.
Oh, boy. Falcon Lake.
Falcon Lake. I got to add that one.
Okay.
So many great recommendations. Thanks so much.
That's a new film?
I don't know. That doesn't sound like a one.
It looks like it. This is from 2022.
Oh yeah. October Sky also. Okay. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's kind of a coming of age film too, which we haven't seen in a long time, right?
Right.
Good one. October Sky also. Wilkie's Movies and Music Convention.
That's a Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
We haven't seen that one. We haven't seen that one, but that's good. Yeah.
Long time.
As we get close to the end here too, let us know if we want to do Summer Movies Part 2 or something else. If anyone else has another suggestion, again, we're keeping a list of the suggestions too. So if there's something that you want to talk about next time, I think we did Summer Movies as our first one, but we can do a Part 2 since it's the official start of summer. We could do a Part 2, right?
Yeah.
Or if there's another suggestion too. I think we had psychological horror was one of them, and then there was another one I think we wrote down. I can't remember now, but
Neo Noir, which I think we might.
Oh, Neo Noir, but we might
next month.
We might wait for that one. Yeah, we might wait.
Criterion feature, right, coming out next month.
There is if you have the Criterion channel too, lots of great features on there too, which is where I'm tracking all of the Kaurismäki films, and there's a great Paul Schrader feature on the channel right now too. Triple J said, I watched 4 films this week with Groucho Marx. One of my absolute favorites, by the way. I've been thinking I need to watch more You Bet Your Life, because that was something I was watching last year, and that's something else that's kind of fun to watch at night.
Plus, in this seasons 9 and 10 of The Walking Dead, they sing the Lydia song.
They sing the Lydia song, which reminded me of Groucho Marx. I'm trying to come up with a video too about how I get into films. I don't know if this is common for everybody, but sometimes, like, if I start watching Mike Nichols interviews, Mike Nichols mentions A Place in the Sun, and then I think about A Place in the Sun, and I might want to watch that. I really get into it. That's how I get into movies, or get into kind of the mood to watch those type of movies. But I don't know if everyone does that. A lot of people have a watch pile. I don't really work with a watch pile because it doesn't really. I've had a watch pile where I will create a watch pile, and then I'll put all the movies back because I'm into another type of a movie.
Yeah. Well, we've been doing this thing lately where you've been thinking of, I want to watch another Mike Nichols film, and you'll name it, and then we see if it's streaming somewhere, or if you have it in your collection, which I think works better sometimes, because you'll think about making a stack of movies, and then something else
doesn't
will
work.
Draw your attention.
Yeah. And I think this particular interest of mine started with the interview on the TCM YouTube channel with Elaine May, because Nichols and May, of course, were always working together, or were working together in the beginning. I love Elaine May too. She's in her 90s, I think, early 90s. And I feel like she's finally getting recognized in a way, which is really interesting. And a lot of her films are hard to find. And of course, people criticize movies like Ishtar, but A New Leaf is great. And Mikey and Nikki is great, which I've talked about on the channel before. But yeah, this is what happens to me all the time. Modesty Blaze. I feel like I sometimes will see a director, and then I know I'm going to be into that particular director's movie. Or this happens with an actor sometimes too.
Yeah.
But in the case of Elaine May, I really love her directing style, and a lot of her movies were criticized or controversial, and I got into that, and then that led me into Mike Nichols.
Yeah. I don't think you watch actors as much as you watch
directors. Maybe directors,
because
yeah.
like we've seen a few Jack Nicholson films, but it's on accident because they were Mike Nichols films or whatever. You don't typically pick like an actor and say, I'm going to watch their whole catalog.
Not usually, but with something like Al Pacino, I would probably do that, right? I would watch like as many Al Pacino films as I could find, which I've been collecting for many years, Al Pacino films. But Wayne is lucky. Wayne still has TCM on his cable channel. I've heard there's some issues sometimes, maybe with the TCM app. But
well, we thought about getting like live TV, but like streaming. It's like a streaming cable, right? Like Hulu TV,
Hulu Live TV,
TV. So I guess maybe TCM is part of that, but it was too expensive.
Does anyone in the chat have like Hulu Live TV or YouTube Live TV or any live TV? Do you think it's worth it? Because I feel like it's just in some ways maybe replacing cable. I mean, I think we're always looking at our streaming services to say, are we really using that? Like, I don't really think we use Disney Plus that much, honestly.
No, I think if we were to pick one,
Disney Plus would probably go. But then I just watched the movie on Hulu last night too, so we wouldn't be able to. I think
we probably keep Hulu when we get rid of Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, yeah.
Because there's all that controversy that we haven't talked about how Hulu titles are on Disney Plus, and a lot of parents and families are upset because they'll go on there. Like we saw one person talking about, like, I want to put on Cars for my child.
Yeah.
I opened Disney Plus,
and it has like the Omen on it, right? People are upset about that.
And so they're like, my 5-year-old can't safely navigate Disney Plus anymore because they might be watching something that's not for them. Whereas before, Hulu and Disney Plus were completely separate.
Well, because I think if you choose a specific profile for kids, right, it doesn't show you any of the kids.
Right, it's like
it doesn't show you all the kids'
like
movies,
the
right?
Disney Plus children's account is like the junior version, so it's like for very little kids.
Yeah. Triple J said, I have Hulu Live TV. I use it for TCM and live sports. It's worth it. We were going to get it because of the NBA playoffs, right? Or the NBA finals.
Right. We were going to get Hulu Live
But we
TV.
thought it's so expensive for that. And of course I'm a big fan of, the Celtics. And so we're hoping that they're going to win the NBA Finals this year. We'll see what happens. But
so he says, I'm sorry, they say that they can record all the movies and watch them over time. So with Hulu Live TV, you can like DVR things.
So you can record things then on live TV. I guess that's not something we've done. I mean, we've done it years ago when we had a DVR, but
I know, but I guess I didn't realize that Live TV has that feature.
I didn't either.
It maybe is worth a little bit more of the price now if you can.
Well, you
can things or save things.
Well, if you can pause, if you can pause something too, usually you can, right? Because a lot of times you can pause.
But I didn't realize that like the live components, you could like save that specific thing for later.
Yeah. Triple J said I can record movies and save them for up to 9 months. Oh, that's a good feature, especially if you take them off the channel, right?
Right. So, because like I would assume that not everything on Hulu Live TV is on Hulu the app. So if like something's on TCM, you could essentially save it for 9 months.
Yeah. Modesty Blaze said Amazon Prime for the packages, and of course films and TV are extra. Very true. And then we're not paying for ads for Amazon. We just watch the ads, right? We're not paying extra for that. Wayne said I kept my cable channels because I'm into sports, especially football and hockey, which I guess is good too. I mean, we were pretty disappointed because we got the NBA package, I think, to watch the games. We watched all the games, or as many as we could.
We got the league pass through Amazon Prime, and after Black Friday, it's about $50 for the whole season, and you can watch all the games from all the teams, but it doesn't include the playoffs or the finals.
Triple J said I'm backlogged on TCM recordings. I have over 600 films recorded. Wow.
But that's
a lot of films.
That does kind of make me consider maybe getting just Hulu Live TV with Hulu and ditching Disney Plus.
Maybe you're right with that. But it is like $80 a month or something like that. Sculptor said one of my streaming services has the live TV section. I think we've also been watching things on like Pluto TV and Tubi, and was there another one?
Well,
Tubi.
Peacock
has a live thing. Yeah. Oh, that's right. They do have live.
They messed up the news.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to have local news too. That's one of the things we wanted to have. But we have Peacock. But also, we're looking forward to watching the Olympics, right?
Peacock is going to have all the Olympics. And if you don't have Peacock right now, they're running a deal where you can get Peacock for like $20 for the rest of the year or something. $20
for the rest of the year, yeah. Andre said, I watched Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, this week. Oh, that's one I was thinking about getting. I have this list on Letterboxd too, where I'm keeping track of when people give me suggestions or I see something, I put it on my list to add. Like, these are movies I have to watch. Good.
And they did re-release the book. They like upgraded the book, like not upgraded. I can't think of the word I'm considering right now, but like they adapted it to like more current terms. Because it's from like the 70s.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Disney Plus can be included in the plan if you have Hulu Live. So maybe we have to look at that. I think Wayne said it is $80 a month, which is more than cable, right? So you might as well go back to cable. It
was tricky when we had cable. It was tricky because the cost was like cable with internet. So it was like I think it was maybe like $95 a month or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's always something we got to look at, I suppose, right?
Yeah. Well, it makes me a little interested because we still have there's still NBA final games to watch.
Yeah, but not too many though, I don't think.
Well, the important one.
The important ones, yeah. The important one, yeah. A few more coming of age films, and then I guess we'll go, unless there's other suggestions, we'll go with summer movies part 2. Right, summer films?
Yeah.
Should we do that next week?
Yeah, we could.
Summer films again next week?
Do that. Yeah.
Do we mention Addams Family Values? I'd consider that a coming of age film. It's my favorite coming of age film besides Casper. Okay.
I think those are both valid choices.
Good. Yeah, good ones. We've talked about this film a lot on the channel, Little Miss Sunshine, one of our favorite films that you and I have seen many, many times, but we love it. Sometimes we just put it on if we want to have some laughs.
It's in it's in my Letterboxd top 4 all-time favorite films. I can select 4 because I have the free plan.
Oh, you have the free plan. You can do 4, yeah.
It's one of my top 4.
That's your top 4. I think it's on my top 4 too. I can't believe the synchronicity today. Literally next on my pile, and you're my witness here.
That's right.
A Lady Bird is right here on the next on my pile. Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig. What a great film this is too. I
We have to
love.
watch this one again.
Yeah, we do have to see this one again. We only seen it once, I think, but this is a great movie. This is a Blu-ray, and it's really good. But I can't believe people are everyone's picking things that are already on the pile. I have a couple more. I don't know if everyone. I have two more here, so if you can guess what it is. I'm in Canada, so our prices are probably higher actually too. I haven't really been buying as much lately. I have a few things, but my haul videos are getting smaller because I'm just watching what I have. There's so much to watch anyway, and I feel like I need to get to more of my collection. So I've been watching a lot more movies that I have already. That a lot of it, I would say, probably 50 to 60% of the movies I have, I've seen already.
Yeah,
I would say that's just a
you,
guess.
You
but
do a really good job, especially lately, of like buying things that you're the most interested in watching,
Mhm.
and then you either watch them already and needed a copy for your collection, or you decided you want to watch them like very, very soon.
Yeah. Like that movie Rolling Thunder, which I hadn't seen before, which I talked about a couple of weeks ago. That's a movie that I hadn't seen. We saw it on a free service, and then I bought it right away because I thought this is great. I've never seen this movie before.
Yeah.
Monkey said, "Nice shave. No more Obi-Wan Kenobi."
This is the summer cut.
This is summer cut, yeah. Summer sales are coming. Time for bargains. What is everyone interested in too in terms of the summer sales? I'm excited about the Criterion sale. I'm probably going to pick up the Chantal Ackerman set. I love the Pat Garrett release. I'm going to get that. So I'm working on my wish list right now. So I think next week we'll also talk about some Criterion picks, and I'm probably going to do a video on it, but we can talk live about it too. So if everyone has Criterion picks or something they're interested in next week, we'll talk about that. The Canadian dollar is only worth about 70 cents American. But we got a couple more minutes here too. So if anyone has any final questions, Triple J said, just got 2 films in the mail. Say Anything. That's a good one too. I guess that could be maybe a coming of age movie too.
Yeah,
Blu-ray upgrade and Spielberg's The Post, which I don't think we've seen that. Have we seen that? I think it's one of the Spielberg films we don't have.
We haven't seen like the newer. I think there was a few years ago we made a list of all the Spielberg films, and then we were going to watch.
There were a couple that we don't like. I don't think we have Munich. We don't have Munich. That's one of the ones.
We stopped collecting Spielberg films after like 2004 or something.
Yeah. What is everyone watching tonight or today? I'll show one that is this one's out of print, but there is a Paramount Presents release of this one. This is the Criterion release of Harold and Maude, which would be a coming of age movie. And I only have one more after that. So Harold and Maude, I love this one. It's one of the only out of print ones I have. But I love the release. This is by number 608. Hopefully this will get another release. Maybe this will get a 4K release. I don't know, but I love this movie.
Also has a good soundtrack.
It's got a great soundtrack too. Cat Stevens, right?
Yeah.
And finally, this one, I should open this up, right? Because it was making some noise.
Weird.
Well,
Did you open Dazed and Confused? Because
I haven't opened that one yet either. Too. I'll usually open something right away if it has a strange noise in it. But this one also, The Tree of Life, I would say would be, one of my favorite Terrence Malick films, which this one we realized that if you watch this movie, you can watch it over and over again because it kind of goes in a circle, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the ones where we reached the end and it seemed like the beginning and you can keep watching the movie. But I love Terrence Malick, and I love Days of Heaven is really good. There's the back of that one. This has another beautiful digipack, and it is spy number 942 from the Criterion Collection. Really, really good. Triple J said, watching The Bad Lieutenant again to see if I want to buy the 4K. I have a Blu-ray of The Bad Lieutenant, and it's what a brutal film that is. Harvey Keitel, right? But an interesting story. But man, what a crazy one. Secret Admirer.
This one's fine. It just has a very big booklet.
Is that why?
Yeah.
So the booklet was making some noise?
I think so. And it has these like clips.
Oh, yeah.
So it rattles a little bit.
Maybe rattles a little bit, yeah. Wayne said, I picked up Schindler's List on the $5 Walmart bin. We have that too. It's a 2-disc DVD package with all the special features. I think we have the DVD of that. We don't have the Blu-ray of that one. Modesty Blade said, I have a future recommendation, genre recommendation. I want to let others choose first, but I love spy or espionage films. Maybe we should think about that for next.
I'll just put it on the list.
We'll put it on the list, but we might pick that one though, Modesty Blades, because we have already talked about summer films. We can talk about summer films next week, but I feel like we're always interested in the thumbnail, and I think spy espionage films. Plus, it would give me a chance to watch some Bond films.
Plus, you could talk about like the Pink Panther.
It would give me a chance to talk about Peter Sellers. I think Modesty Blades. I think you've picked the topic again for next week, which is okay. If everyone's okay with that, we will talk about some summer films next week too, because it is the start of summer. We'll talk about Criterion next week, but I think that's a great topic, and so why don't we do that one? I think that sounds great because I've been wanting to watch some Bond films.
Yeah,
and Pink Panther. I can watch Peter Sellers again and Pink Panther.
And we can still talk about summer films.
We will talk about summer films. Yeah.
But it just won't be the entire topic.
Right. We'll talk. We'll kind of review some of the top summer films, maybe some blockbusters that we're planning to see, and then we'll cover the spy films.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. So, Modesty Blades, thank you so much for that. Wayne said I paid $8, which I'm assuming for that's for Schindler's List, which is really good. I mean, it's great if you can get a bargain. You know, if you're starting out a physical media collection and this is what you want to do, completely fine. I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube about starting a collection, and start with your favorite films, get your favorite TV show. I think it's important to have these things too, because you never know when they're going to disappear from a streaming service. And that's what.
Sometimes there's really interesting places to find them. Like we would find them at Rite Aid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's still some films at Rite Aid, and
well, Big Lots. Big Lots has some stuff. If you have
heard that the Dollar Tree has films sometimes.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, you can really start a physical media collection rather affordably, which is, a good thing. And pick up what you like. If you have a DVD player, sometimes, DVD, I watch a lot of DVDs and it's completely fine.
And Barnes and Noble has a lot. If you go to the right Barnes and Noble, they'll have a lot. Sometimes they have a lot of like marked down discount movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Summer movie. Yeah. We'll cover summer movies, Wayne. I think we'll talk about it a little bit. There is a live stream. I've left all the live streams too on the channel, so you can see if you want to watch the other one that has, some of the summer films, but we'll definitely talk about a few more. Modesty Blade said we're watching Trading Places this out. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. It seems like it may be edited too. Well, that's the other thing too, right? A lot of these films, are at some point on streaming may be edited. You may not see the original version. I think even when we were watching Heartburn, I know there was one scene there were some swears that were edited out.
Right? Oh yeah, because it's on Pluto.
Because it's on Pluto TV, so it's free. So you're going to have some editing there, right?
Yeah. Or it makes me think of Silver Streak, which we can't get on physical, and that movie will be edited.
Silver Streak will be edited too. Yeah, Silver Streak is one of our favorites too, with Gene Wilder. There's also I think a Kino release. This may be on Netflix too, but there's a profile of Gene Wilder that I would like to see. The 4K we watch is unedited, which is nice. The live streams will be up, and that's one of the reasons why we have a topic. So if you wanted to go back to see what we talked about, the topic is in the thumbnail, which is good, and we always have fun.
All the thumbnails are different. Yeah.
All the thumbnails are different. We always have fun doing the thumbnails, so that'll be fun to do. I'm just excited about watching some spy films. That's a great suggestion. I can always watch some good spy films.
There's sort of like genre overlap, right? Because there's like funny spy films.
Oh yeah, right.
And there's serious
That's a great
ones,
topic. What a great topic that is. Yeah. Ghostbusters 2016, is that a coming of age film? Maybe.
I don't know. We haven't seen it.
We haven't seen that one, but so next week we'll do some summer films. We'll do some Criterion picks, and we'll do some spy films, and maybe we'll talk about some James Bond. If you want to come to the live stream with one of your favorite James Bond films, if you're into those films, and I'll think of a few that I have that are my favorites.
Well, maybe we're like forecasting like a James Bond announcement.
You think so?
I don't know. There's been a lot of synchronicity.
Has there been? Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
I think they maybe have picked a James Bond, but I don't know. I have to look.
Yeah, I was again really surprised. Thanks, so much to everyone in the chat today too for picking all the film. I mean, we we have a lot of discussion about these live streams as we go, and we, methodically picked a lot of films. Everyone picked the films we had in the stacks today, which is great. Great to see.
Here's an article about it from yesterday.
What does it say?
That Leo Woodall might be the next James Bond.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I had not heard that. You're
He's
more up on that than I am.
He's in that new movie One Day that just came out.
Interesting. I really want to see that new Richard Linklater film too that we talked about, Hitman, but I'm not sure we're ready to get Netflix again. We'll have to see, but.
Oh, well, the Bridgerton season came out now, so we can get Netflix.
Oh, Bridgerton season 3 is out too. I may have asked this already too. What is everyone watching tonight? I know there were a few answers on that too. My favorite Pink Panther is Steve Martin, the Steve Martin Pink Panthers, which we haven't seen. I love the old Peter Sellers films. I think I'm going to be watching more Kaurismäki films tonight. I think because I need to get back into that again. And they're on the Criterion channel. I just got a Blu-ray set, which I'll probably show in my next haul of Aki Kaurismäki films. We just got a copy of Shiva Baby, which is a film that we saw before too. They were doing a sale because a lot of these things disappear right when they're
on orbit.
On orbit, we got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what else are we going to watch tonight? I've been watching a lot more movies lately, which is nice.
Yeah.
And coming up on the heat wave, are there leaves falling out there?
No,
we have these beautiful trees out here,
I think those are like seeds or something.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's been doing that the last couple of days.
It's really weird with all the strange weather. Northern Lights said Cleopatra second disc in Mountain Men tonight. Cleopatra, that sounds like a good one. And also, welcome to Northern Lights. We'll finish Hitman after this too. Sculler, let us know what you think of Hitman. I've heard so many great things about it, and I definitely want to see that. That's on my list. But thanks everyone so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We'll be doing these live streams at 1:00 on Saturdays going forward, and we'll always have a topic. Modesty Blaze said we're watching the Anderson tapes. I love that movie, the Anderson tapes. Monkey said I'll be watching Doctor Who session 14 episode. The last episode is pretty good. I need to see that. Thanks, Triple J. Thanks to everyone for coming to the live stream today. We have a lot of fun with these. Next week, we'll talk lots of different things, Criterion, spy films, some summer films. And if you're watching this on replay too, leave us a topic or, any comment at all. And we'll take a look at those. But thanks so much to everyone. I know how busy everyone is, and we really appreciate you coming to these. And we'll see you next week. Anything else to mention?
Nope, I think that's it.
Hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy your evening, and we'll talk to you soon.